I'm Mandy Rudden. I'm the Acting Housing and Regen Manager for the North Neighbourhood Office.
My name's Clive Albert and I work at Malcolm Fraser Architects.
And what's magical about West Poulton Crescent, Oliphant Lane, it's a totally new development. It fits in well with the ongoing regeneration within the area. We have 34 new families that have moved in, and what we're doing is looking to create a sense of community within this new development. It's fantastic reaction from our customers. They look inside the houses, they fall in love with them the minute they see them. The views, the size within the properties. We've had lots of comments about the insulation, the heating, and how much reduction in fuel bills. Perfectly located for the shopping centre, the schools, local facilities.
When we were commissioned by 21st Century Homes, obviously the site sits between two schools and we had the opportunity to create new linkages and connections. The concept for the housing really was very simple: to make an edge to Pennywell Road and then to open up the rest of the triangular site to make private gardens and community space and communal space for the users of the building who would make their homes there. And we really wanted to make a building that would be robust and simple, and we used brick and concrete, and we made a very simple building out of robust, enduring materials. And it's been a great joy working with Edinburgh City Council and 21st Century Homes to see the results of that and to see happy tenants moving in. So it's been great.
Council building new properties in this area had been the first in many years, so it was an excellent opportunity, and people were just really excited about this development taking place.
I'm Kirsty Fotheringham, Head of Housing Services, New Gorbals Housing Association. This place is beautiful. They're homes, they've been built for the people from the Gorbals, people that have lived in very poor accommodation, poor quality, 60s blocks. The benefit of it is that people have moved into these houses and have been able to settle straight away and make a home. We also had additional houses, so we were also then able to meet some of the need of people that are in smaller houses that were needing larger houses. We were also able to meet the need of people that were in larger houses needing smaller houses. So the majority of people who have been rehoused here are people from the Gorbals, and there's also been people that have also come in as well. Particularly one of the very positive parts of this project was housing for people with disabilities, and we were able to work with the health board and rehouse some people that some were in hospital, couldn't get out, people that are in wheelchairs. So there's a large group of people that have come into the Gorbals, not traditionally from the Gorbals, but have settled and are actually started making this their home as well. I feel very proud, but also I feel very relieved, because I feel that you make commitments to people, and I've made commitments to people late 1990s, early 2000, telling them this is the dream for this place, and then things happened that stopped and blocked it. And although that was the dream and that's what our expectations, and we're showing everybody the master plan, along that way there's blockages sometimes, and you've increased people's expectations, and you're looking at it and saying, how are we going to deliver? We need to deliver. So proud that we have delivered it, and also relieved because I made commitments to people, and I don't like not delivering when I've said something's going to happen. So it's probably taken us about 15 years to get to this end. And this isn't the end, it's the beginning, because there's more to come.
My name's Nick Saunders. I'm an associate at CDA. We're the architects for this development, Ellerslie Road. We were absolutely delighted when we became involved in this project with S1 Developments. We were asked to develop a range of townhouses and apartments of high quality for the west end of Murrayfield. We were asked to develop it with the use of high quality materials. What they were looking for was a very fresh, vibrant development that sat within the conservation area. The use of the natural stone, I think we were quite lucky today that the sun came out and just really shone on that stone, just showing the high quality that is there. I think one of the key points within the development is the nice balance between private and shared amenity spaces. We're we're quite lucky that we have such an extensive, mature belt of amenity space along to the south of the gardens, which are enjoyed by all the residents of the development. In terms of the development itself, we've looked to introduce both private spaces within balconies, so people can enjoy the outdoor space from within their own units. The garden spaces are all of a generous proportion, so they can enjoy that private space. But again, coming back to the shared amenity space to the south, it's an area that all the residents do get to enjoy and create that feeling and that sense of community.
I'm Gordon Barber, I'm the Development Manager for Glasgow Housing Association. Glasgow Housing Association does a lot of development around the city, but it's not all in such an important and high pressure area as this, so we're very pleased that the development has been as successful as it has been in providing really high quality housing for people very close to the city centre and making use of a site which was blighted for 30 years in a way which has provided a very high level of amenity for the tenants. When you go into some of the flats on the high street here, which have a view of the cathedral on one side and then a quiet and composed back court with some green space to reflect on the other, it's really a superb location and a very, very high standard of housing. That's what we'd be proud of.
Well, I'm Colin Harris. I'm a director at Sutherland Hussey Harris, the architects who were commissioned to do the project. This is a little bit of a labour of love for us because it was a fantastic site that we were asked to look at by East Acre, and a very dense site in the middle of St Andrews, but on either side are two quite interesting buildings, traditional buildings, and the site is long and narrow, and the brief required a large density for this part of the town and really just capture imagination. And the brief was so diverse that actually the house types demanded a complex variation. I think what we tried to achieve was something where each individual unit had something independent and something unique, which was of a high quality, which isn't always found when you're buying contemporary homes. I personally like the modelling of it. We've broken up the house types and apartment types into smaller units, so they appear like different types of boxes on the site, but that allows interesting glimpses between buildings and allows the modelling of each facade to be slightly different. So what we were interested in doing was creating both internal spaces and external spaces, which changed as you moved across the site or down the lane, and that those spaces were always going to be almost quite medieval because they were created in a way which was unique to the internal space and the relationship in between. So for example, the house we're standing beside at the moment was designed to have all the living accommodation and the garden accommodation to try and be as one, whereas the one adjacent to it, the house type adjacent to it, has all the external spaces primarily on the upper floor and the second floor, which benefits from fantastic views over to the east, and sunlight comes in a roof light, so you've got sun all day, whereas down here you're next to the tree and the bushes and so on, so it's a much different atmosphere.